make you under it from leg one, and it worked a lot of the time.
You would be very brave to give it away nowadays, given the quality of the opponents.
That's a super visit from Kenny. 2 treble 19s in the bullseye. Clever counting. Buntz is responding. 140, taking him down to 146, but Kenny has stolen the darts.
Yeah, 142 for the opening leg. And it's on. Treble 20 hit. Treble 4. Oh, he went
for double 16.
Yeah, double 16.
Don't mind that play with your opponent back on 146, because he's going to return with 3 clear darts at 1 target. Shots off for Buntz. Oh dear, 19 and a 7. Shouldn't have stayed there, because he's now left himself 99 instead of a 2-dart out.
Yeah. 40 needed, tops, and tops for Kenny, and that is a very impressive break of throw. Nick Kenny off to a flying start. He just rolls his shoulders as he walks back to collect a drink before he throws at the start of leg 2. What a day it's been, what a night it promises to be. You're in the best place, talkSPORT 2, and on the talkSPORT YouTube channel now, the darts as well.
Yeah, he may need some extra snacks in for tonight, because it's going to be a long night of action. Great start to the leg from Kenny. Stowe Buntz not quite settled yet.
The fancy dresses are in. Nick Kenny's in on the red bit, looking to build on his opening 140, which he does with another 140. Buntz only 60, so he's up against it already here, Stowe Buntz. Well, this one plays Barney, Nancy Sulovich, Matt Campbell, Scott Williams, Nico Springer, Michael Smith, Kevin Dukes all to come tonight. A raucous atmosphere.
Yeah, they're right up for it tonight, as are the players, I'm sure. The players love playing in front of a real loud crowd who are loving the action. And the reaction you get from them when you do something special just fills you with energy.
161 needed for Kenny. He's in the red bit, doesn't need to go for it.
And isn't. Sensible play. Should be going ball here. And does. Leaves a single to double combination. Very clever thinking.
Been a good start, this. Very good start.
Yeah. Too early to talk about averages, but they just indicate the type of start and the way he's settled. Good little bit of pressure from Buntz, just in case.
Yeah, 56. 16 for tops for a 2-0 lead for Nick Kenny. Bends the wire. Again. Couldn't have been any closer, so Buntz layup has given him a shot here.
Absolutely. Treble 18. So he's hit a 1, 19. Oh, he's made an absolute mess. Stowe runs with Sow, and he's made a pig's ear of it.
He has. Tops then for Kenny for 2-0. Ooh, now that was quite a way off. But that one adjusts nicely. He's hit tops twice in the opening 2 legs. Took him a little bit longer this time, but he's 2-0 to the good. Well, we saw Callan Ridds earlier on average 107. 2 sets in, he was averaging the tournament record over 114. And I'll tell you what, he looked good on it as well.
Yeah, you always know when a player's within themselves, because they're doing it comfortably, and he looked like he could do it all day long. And Kenny. Oh, I was going to say, with the second max of the match.
Yeah,
no, it would have been the first.
Almost an apologetic wave of the hand, but it wasn't.
It looked in, didn't it?
It did. Thankfully, George Noble's got a better view of that than we have, and he knew it wasn't in. Buntz on his own throw. He's hoping here that Kenny doesn't hit a treble, but he takes out treble 19.
Well, Buntz's problem here is the lack of 2 treble turns. He's only had 1 140 in the match. Nick Kenny's already had 4.
He has. I wonder if we did a social experiment and recorded the crowd every night of the tournament and then played it out, if we could guess at what stage of the tournament it was. Because I'm with you, it gets louder and louder and louder up to Christmas, when all the party goers are in. Then we get the serious darts post-Christmas, when the atmosphere goes through the roof again.
Yeah, the serious darts fans try and get hold of the tickets that are hardest to get, which are later on. They're the ones that will be queuing for hours on the phone.
Yeah. If you do, I always say this whenever we get we get to go on talkSPORT and discuss the darts, Chris. I do think if you're a sports fan, it's something you should come and do, even if it's just to come and have a look. As Stowe Buntz says, there it is, maximum for him.
There's certain things watching England at Wembley and maybe going to Ascot or Cheltenham, the Formula One or the British Grand Prix, maybe going to see a Celtic Rangers game, and the other one is coming to the darts.
Yeah, double 14 for Buntz to get a first leg on the board. Does so, second dart. I wonder that he didn't think that was in. He was going to throw another one.
Didn't feel it was in.
Nick Kenny then leads 2-1. He's got the throw here for the first set. We're live on talkSPORT 2, Mark Wilson and Chris Mason.
60.
Only 60 from Kenny, so an opening here for Buntz to get the break back. That's just under. That's not bad for him. He does have a stacking star. The dart's going very flat. Does find a treble. Down to full 20. Kenny leads 2 legs to 1, set 1. Kenny at the hockey on full 4-1 after a start of 60. Finds the treble with dart 2. Takes a ton off. Down to 3-4-1. Buntz full 20 minus these.
Yeah. At the hockey now, just above the treble. Doesn't like the lie of the land, so he's going down for 19.
Now his dart's going quite flat, so for him, just over the 60, which would be great for Kenny, is no good for Buntz, just by the way the darts sit up in the board.
Can't adjust Kenny here. Only 45.
He's
so
looking vulnerable now in this set. Buntz just needs to find a 2 treble visit. Well, there's a 60. Doesn't follow it. It does follow it with a treble, but it's treble 5. But a beautifully adjusted and recovery dart on dart 3, down to 239. 296 Kenny.
I wonder if the atmosphere will be like this at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tonight. That's over on talkSPORT. Manchester United.
It's a big game, isn't it?
It is a big game.
Spurs United.
Yeah, placing the last 4 of the Carabao Cup at stake.
Great night in the pub tonight. Big screen. Darts taking precedence, of course. On the other screens, the football will be on.
Okay. What about the talkSPORT YouTube page? Will that be on?
No, it will be. But the radio will be on in the pub.
Yeah. Every angle covered. Buntz
What do they call it? A
smart speaker.
There you go. I'm not very smart, so I couldn't remember that. 120 for Buntz. There's the single. Doesn't like it. Laying flat. Moves to the right. Just misses the treble.
60.
So Nick Kenny in a similar position here.
104.
He's coming downstairs, interestingly.
104 for the set. Was he going 416?
Yeah, for a player who's so good around the lipstick, I'm amazed he's gone down there. 20 and tops for a level game and a break back for Buntz.
There's a 20. It's quite high, but it's underneath, obviously. So the double can't quite get it. Double 10. Ooh, way inside. 2 missed darts for Buntz then to level up the set. Kenny needs 56.
I'm calling it. He gets this.
Well, there's a 16 just. Then he walks away. He's doing a Rob Cross. Wipes his hand on his trousers. Tops he needs for the set. Tops he gets. Mace was right. And Nick Kenny and his supporters cheer as the music plays after set 1 here. Stowe Buntz is going to stand there and throw a few more darts. He's not happy with how that opening set went here on talkSPORT 2. A place against Barney up for grabs in round 2. But after 1 set and a race to 3, it's Nick Kenny who leads Stowe Buntz by 1 set to 0.
talkSPORT 2.
We had 2 lads on who obviously are trying to establish themselves as the best in the world, and now the new faces of darts. How much does that motivate you to puff your chest out a little bit and say, I'm still the man?
Listen, I've been doing this for 15 years. They've been doing it for 1.5 year. Luke Little, not even a year. So there's still a long run to go. So we're going to talk in 5 years' time. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
No, but they're doing really well at the moment, and they've been their credit for the sport of darts and how more competitive it is, how better it is.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to the battles. Even I didn't perform well in the last 12 months. I still played, I think, Little 12 times. I still beat him 6 times. He beat me 6 times. You know what I mean? So
but I just mean, as you get older as athletes, you need a new reason, don't you, to get up and do it.
You always, it starts where you need to have joy in what you do, and after that you need to have dedication, and from there on, and of course talent, because without talent, I can practice football 24 hours a day and never going to be a great footballer. But you need the total package has to be right, and always set yourself targets. Sometimes they ask me, what's your target? I love what I do, so that's my target. You know what I mean? I like it. I like to perform on stage and make myself and everyone in the crowd and people at home happy. Yeah, that's my target.
Brilliant. Have you been surprised what the year that Luke Little has had? When we spoke to you this time last year, he just won the junior tournament and he was going into the Worlds.
Yeah, but he was always a massive talent. Yeah. So of course, what he did since is incredible. Good, but not only that, what do you think Luke Humphries has been doing in the last 18 months? Yeah. It's great as well. But I think that's good. More phases, more great battles. People talk about it, then sport gets bigger. Yeah. And we have more to talk about.
I've been in the crowd a few times when this man has entertained.
Yeah.
And I will say he's one of the best entertainers I've seen, from not just from darts, from
a performance point of view. Just be yourself, that's enough.
Yeah. But I'm saying you give us in the crowd great moments. And you've inspired a few drinks, let's put it that way.
Good evening. The Alexandra Palace is rocking tonight. 4 more cracking ties to get our teeth into. Coming up, Mensa Suljovic against Matt Campbell. Scott Williams against Nico Springer and Michael Smith. The former world champion takes on Kevin Dukes. But up first, Nick Kenny taking out the opening set as he takes on Stowe Buntz here at the Alexandra Palace. Race to 3 sets. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. We mentioned that the football is over on talkSPORT tonight. If you've got the talkSPORT app, then you can swipe left and right between the 2 stations. If you've not got the talkSPORT app, go get it. It's free and available in all the usual places. Busy night of action ahead. You can follow us now on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Search out talkSPORT on YouTube. We'll be there. Click on and join in. Plenty of live action to come over the next few days. So Stowe Buntz stayed out a bit of an extra practice.
And we'll let everybody know what's happening in the football anyway, won't we, Tom?
We will. We'll keep them up to date with the scores. And here...
What do you think the score is going to be?
I've got a feeling that Manchester United might win tonight.
Agreed.
I know a few of our darting colleagues have gone on, and Mr. Webster and Mr. Cullen have gone to the darts tonight.
Huge United fans. They even go to the... Well, when they used to be in the Champions League, they used to go to those.
Do you think they'll cheer tonight? They're in James Madison's private box.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, isn't it?
Yeah, possible. I heard your mate Mr. Warren was going as well.
He is going, yeah. He was last night out with the guy that built or the company he owns built the stadium.
Fair enough.
Not bad to have pals in.
Yeah. High places. Right, Stowe Buntz stayed out on stage, Chris. Yeah. Wasn't a million miles off. It missed 2 darts to level up the set in leg 4.
And that would have been to break back, so he'd have been throwing for it in leg 5. And just Nick Kenny in that 4th leg to try and close out the set just looked a little bit edgy to me. And if I'm Stowe Buntz, I'm staying out exactly what he did, and I'm just getting myself more acclimatised to the stage and the lights and the throw. Listen, even this early, even though they're well matched, I think it's key that Buntz gets something in this set, because Kenny's the type of player, if you let him bully you, he will dominate you.
I think he's a player, if you can put him under some kind of pressure, you might start to see a few rewards, but as a front runner, he will be a lot stronger, you would feel.
And he did get the latest of all call-ups in the Players' Championship finals, the final big tournament before the Worlds, and well, he ran Michael Smith to the absolute wire, and Michael only just edged him out 6-5. And he was that day, he was still at home in Wales at midday when he got the call.
Kenny on 164. Lesserton down to 64. Got the throw here, leads a set to 0, race to 3 sets for a place against Raymond van Barneveld in round 2.
84. Nigger requires 64.
Winner of that one will face Luke Humphries.
Nice.
He was on talkSPORT Drive earlier on, Luke. Spoke very well as Nick Kenny takes out the 64 needed and wins the opening leg of set 2. Stowe Buntz needs to get going here. This could get away from him pretty quickly. We've only had 10 minutes of hockey time.
Yeah, we've had 5 legs played and Kenny's won 4 of them.
Mentioned the football.
Peter Wright was on earlier as well, wasn't he?
He was on the sports bar
right. Okay.
On Tuesday night. He's talking about his cooking for Christmas.
Yeah.
Not really what I thought he'd be talking about on an interview after the darts, but never mind.
He was talking about his turkey.
Yes, I think that's what he was talking about.
Well, we hope that's what he was talking about.
1-0 Kenny leads in sets, 1-0 in legs. Mention of football, Game Day Live, Villa Man City, talkSPORT exclusive on Saturday, 12:30. That's on talkSPORT. talkSPORT 2, Ipswich Newcastle, live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2. And we've got Portsmouth commentary from the Championship as well. So busy day of football. We'll be back at the darts.
Rest assured, Mark, there'll be no stuffing going on in my kitchen because I'm getting a turkey crown.
Very good. You'll be busy anyway. You'll be working, will you, on Christmas Day?
Yeah, we're open from 11 till 2 and I'm cooking for 10. So I'm going to have my hands full. You're coming for New Year's, aren't you?
Possibly, mate. Possibly.
57.
New Year's Day will be fun. We'll be
Buntz
live.
On 170. 265 for Kenny. Oh, he's in the green bit. Needs 2 singles minimum to leave the same 170 out.
95.
He does.
95 scored, so it's a big fish against a big fish. Stowe Buntz has drifted into big 7 too many times, hasn't he?
Bit wild in it. There's a lot of shoulder. 170 for Kenny. Doesn't find the first treble. Yeah, Peter Wright revealed his perfect Yorkshire pudding recipe. All he actually needed to say, which I'll tell you about in a moment, after Buntz has taken out this 1-2-4. He's got the single, needs treble 18. Oh, nowhere near. Nowhere near. And this is a leg. It felt like he was dominating, Mark.
Well, he's on 32. Kenny's on 111. Coming downstairs, hit treble 19. 54 left. Just takes it again a step away. He's sweating up there, Nick Kenny. It's a raucous atmosphere. And I think he just needs to get a
himself
grip here.
on what he's got left.
Yeah.
57 leaves 54. 18 double 18 the shot.
And the shot he gets. So fair play to Nick Kenny. He took a moment there. There's a wry smile on the face of Stowe Buntz. He was hoping he'd get a shot at that double 16. But it is always better to check if you are in doubt, because we saw earlier on, didn't we?
Yep.
Robert Owen almost hit the wrong shot because he didn't check.
Yeah, he didn't ask the referee. Perfect Yorkshire puddings, equal measures of everything, but a minimum of 3 eggs. That's the perfect Yorkshire pudding. So a cup of eggs, whether it be big eggs, small eggs, as long as it's a cup, or if you've got the utensils I have.
We're at the darts.
Equal measures of plain flour, equal measures of milk, and a nice dollop of salt, and a little bit of
60.
like a mustard granules, and hot fat. Perfect Yorkshire. It's Christmas, mate. Come on, people might be interested in this. All those videos as well, by the way.
I'm hungry.
They're on the YouTube talkSPORT YouTube channel.
Oh, I thought they were on talkSPORT cooking.
Not my cooking channel, which I'm yet to release.
Nick Kenny's 1 set to 0 up. 2 legs to 0 up.
In control, isn't he? In control. Stowe Buntz here. Did he overachieve at the slam? He's averaging just 84 here.
Cuts a frustrated figure, doesn't he? The neon nightmare is having a bit of a nightmare at the moment.
Well, that's a bit of a nightmare for Kenny. 2 treble 5s right next to the treble 20. He's on 161.
90.
That leaves 71, and that's a hell of a dart.
How did he get that through there? He almost curled it round the 2 treble 5s into the treble 20. 85 for Buntz, so I think he's got all on at the moment. Not to say anything he shouldn't say on the hockey. 71 for the second set then. 13, so it'll be single 18. Only just. Again, he just has to check that's in.
Yeah, had a second look there because it would come out of his hand and he'd have thought, that's a 4.
Misses tops, so can this time Buntz step in with a 1-1-6. Only needs one treble here.
He's got to go. He's starting on 19s, and the problem is now. Oh, he can find the treble 19 tops. Whoa! What a finish. Back-to-back ton plus finishes in this match, in this set 2. And that was pretty much, that doesn't go in, it's game over.
Well, that went right in the middle of the bed for the 1-1-6 out, and it is back-to-back ton pluses, back-to-back breaks. So we're back on throw. Buntz can level up here at 2-2, and that's his first objective. Hold the throw, make Kenny throw for the set, and the beauty of set play is I think Kenny could be 2-0 up or level at 1-1 is a massive difference.
Huge, absolutely huge. And Buntz, with all that hard work of taking out the 116 for the 15 dart break and throw, starts with 44 and almost says, yeah, Nick, I'll hand you it back. 44 followed by 55. He's lost the throw, he's lost the advantage. He's on 402. Kenny's at the hockey, 401, single 20, comes for cover.
Quite a way off the cover. Oh, and then big one. That was a loose visit. So only 41 in front. Maybe should have been more. Buntz is down the board in trebles.
His worst leg in set 1 was this position at 2-1 up, and it was leg 4. He actually ended up winning it with a 20 darter.
Nice visit, Buntz. Kenny needs a treble. He's getting nearer. Oh, not that treble. 55. So advantage Buntz then, who's 40 in front, and he's at the hockey now. He's in the treble 19 again. Don't think that one's in. I think that's in treble 3.
Yeah, his plan there was a treble and a single 19 and then go back upstairs for a 20. It would have left 170. Kenny starts on the 19s from 306. 2 of them should go ball, and did try and go ball, and hit a single 2. A 25 would have left him a finish.
Yeah, disappointed with that. 181 for Buntz then. This to level up the second set. 95 scored.
Not often you see 8 out of 9 darts all at treble 19.
Well, we saw earlier on Gabriel Clemens took personal offence on the treble 19 bed. He was hammering it in that third and the start of the fourth set. It was unbelievable against Robert Owen.
Nick Kenny's got a wobbly cane and he's still not tightened it up. That would drive my OCD up the wall. Ball
for Buntz. Well, nobody knew that had gone in. It has gone in for Buntz, and we're all level at 2-2. Went 18-18 bull, and he takes out the bull, and we're all level in the second set.
Well, we didn't see it because the director wasn't there, and what a start to the 5th leg. What a time to find your second max. Timing is perfect. Buntz predominantly now on the 19s. He doesn't have the confidence on the treble 20. 133, 7 19s.
47 in arrears. No fourth perfect dart. And after the events of last night, all the crowd, I wonder how many of them this morning on the way here.
I bet Paddy Power took a deep breath when they seen that 180 go in.
Well, they did their calculations. I was listening to H&J earlier. They did their calculations and how many they thought there would be and how much they would have to pay out. But it is an unknown, of course, isn't it?
They paid out over $1 million last year anyway, didn't
they? On the 180s.
180s.
Yeah, we had plenty of those. £1,000 to prostate cancer charity, and they were talking about that on H&J this afternoon with Christian Kiss, who says he might go on holiday for a month with his share of the 60,000 that he didn't know he was going to get.
No, he didn't know.
How can he not know?
Well, that was like Alan Norris. He hit one down at Minehead. He's on the sofa in his chalet, and he hears me go, well, chuffed to bits for Alan, because that 35 grand's a nice bonus, and he nearly fell off the sofa, and my phone was lit up, and he went, is that right? I went, yeah, mate, that 9 darters worth 35 grand. You couldn't believe it.
You were, of course, involved in a game that had a very famous 9-dart leg.
Yeah, the richest one.
Right,
2000,
Kenny.
a long time ago, that. Really.
108 for the set.
Over 22 years ago, that.
Needs a treble 19, doesn't get it. So Buntz is going to get a look at 1-2-1 here for the set.
He'd love another dart at the ball, wouldn't he? That's all he'll be saying. Give me one dart. Find one of these trebles, either a treble 20 or a treble 17. It's going to have to be treble 17. Doesn't get it. So Kenny, massive favourite to not only lead 2 sets to 0, but to win the match.
52. Or is it double 12?
Double 14.
Which leaves double 14. Misses it on the outside. 1 dart left for the set, and a 2-0 lead.
24.
Wow, what a chance this is. Well, it's almost like roles reversed from set 1.
Well, Nick Kenny's missed 3 darts for this set. Stowe Buntz has missed 2. He needs double 6. Last dart in hand, and he's inside. Oh, dearie me, the pressure. The neon nightmare. He almost punches his forehead as he walks to the back of the hockey.
Well, it's an opportunity he probably didn't think he was going to get. But Kenny, now with 3 in hand, wants 20, double 14, 28.
Wide, an inch wide. Very close. Is that a friend or a foe? Last dart in hand, the old 3rd dart killer. Nick Kenny, relief more than anything, as he survives 3 set darts, takes out set 2. Stowe Buntz again stays on the stage. He should have levelled up the game, but he didn't take out the opportunity. Nick Kenny, a relieved man. He's now 1 set away from a place in round 2. All the action at the Alexandra Palace coming up next. Nick Kenny 2, Stowe Buntz 0.
talkSPORT 2, official broadcast partner of the EFL.
Show, right, Pete?
How we doing?
Go on, Pete.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, Pete. Obviously, it's massive, this tournament. Love it every year. It comes around. You've played tonight. How did you rate your performance?
What do you think the performance was? It was terrible, but, you know, I got away with it. You know, I'm disappointed for my fans and everything, the way I played. But, you know, at least I'm through, you know, until after Christmas now.
Pete, I can tell how disappointed you are in your performance, and sometimes it's about getting the job done, which you've done. What was the part of your game that you feel let you down the most?
All of it.
Right.
I didn't hit trebles, I didn't hit doubles. What do you think?
I saw you a couple of 180s though.
Yeah, I don't know. And I just struggled. I don't know why. The practice was going fantastic for the past week. You know, I felt actually better than I did when I won the Worlds for the first time ever. That's where my mindset was, and it's weird. I can't explain it. But, you know, at least I'm improved, and I can only improve now and get it right for the next round.
Pete, got to ask you, obviously the Ali Pali crowd, everyone's been talking about it last 24 hours. The atmosphere has been electric. How good is it to be a part of that?
It's totally fantastic. You know, it was them. You know, I had an interview earlier with Abby on stage, and it was them guys who got me through. You know, they're fed up with seeing me playing rubbish, and you know, they all got behind me, and so you know, it's, you know, you don't want to let them down, and you don't want to let yourself down. So, you know, they're fantastic, and they all come out here, enjoy themselves, fancy dress, you know, and yeah, it's great for darts.
Gerber averaging 99 on debut and never really got a look in. Martin Lukeman followed up his good run at the Grand Slam, where he reached the final. Despite being a little bit under the weather, he beat Nitin Kumar 3-1. And then we saw Robert Owen take a huge step towards securing his tour card with a dramatic 3-1 win over Gabriel Clemens. Still to come tonight, Mensah Suljovic against Matt Campbell, Scott Williams against Nico Springer, and Michael Smith, champion here 2 years ago, takes on Kevin Dukes, who's never been past the second round. They did meet last year. Dukes was 2-1 up in a race of 3 before Smith pulled it out of the fire. Stowe Buntz once again has stayed on the stage here at the Alexandra Palace. He's 2-0 down against Nick Kenny. could have been oh so different. Missed 2 darts in the opening set to level up at 2-2, and then missed 3 darts to win the second set. Could easily be 1-1, Chris Mason.
And had he not missed those darts in that leg 4, he would have had the darts, of course, in the final leg of that first set. So yeah, it's more about missed opportunities for Buntz, and Kenny going, thank you very much, you keep missing, I'll keep hitting, and that's what he's done. He's had 14 darts at a double, he's hit 6 of them, 43%. Stowe Buntz has had 9, hit 3, 33%. Averages, Buntz with the higher average in set 2, 84-48, but lost it, 83-39 in that set. Overall, nothing to split them, and well, that was very much the narrative at the top of the show, and that's why I thought this would be close. There's very little between them in their seasonal numbers. There's about the same between them in this match. 85-75 Kenny, 84-95 Stowe Buntz. We're just seeing on our screens Mensa Silovic going through his practice routines. He's up next against Matt Campbell.
Yeah, should be a decent contest, that one. Looking forward to that. Ian Danter, Paul Nicholson will bring you that one this evening. Over on talkSPORT, Tottenham against Manchester United, looking to secure the final place in the Carabao Cup semi-final draw. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle already through last night. Adrian Durham, Sam Matterface and the former England women's striker Leanne Sanderson, our commentary team, over at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Then on Saturday, Game Day Live, Villa Man City and Portsmouth against Coventry, our 2 live 12:30 kickoffs exclusively live on talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2. Game Day Live, all the goals as they go in with Adrian around the grounds from 2:30. And here on talkSPORT 2, Ipswich against Newcastle is our live Premier League offering that is not live anywhere on UK TV. Dance and Perry Groves will be at that one. We'll be at the darts on Saturday night. 100. Looking forward to Luke Littler entering the fray, the young sports personality of the year. Looked rather dashing in his suit, I thought.
Yeah, I thought he scrubbed up well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Listen, what he's doing for our sport is incredible. And it is remarkable, the attention and the eyes he's brought to our game, and it's so good for players now that are established, but the players are going to come through behind him.
Yeah. Kenny 2-0 up in a race to 3. Buntz has got the throw in set 3. He's on 2-6-1. Kenny looking to join him, and does join him on 2-6-1. Talking to Dave Allen, the media manager of the PDC, and he was saying he's got people from places all over the world wanting to come and cover the darts due to the respective players that we've got involved. More nationalities here than ever before, and of course
only going to get bigger, isn't it, next year? 128 players next year, and the 96 to 128 are predominantly made up with new areas.
Yeah.
Where they're taking up broadcast deals because there's an interest in that particular region. So good for our game.
It is. It is a genuine World Championship. This will be a genuine big outshot for Kenny. Treble 20, but can't get the treble 17. So Buntz to hold needs 91.
This is the treble 19, 74 left. Treble 14, he's got double 16. Oh, clips the wire.
He's not been a million miles away, has he? He'll feel like he has at the moment. 64 for Kenny. Took this out in the last set. 16 hit. And another one. Double 16 then. Gets it. Nicely done for the second time in the match. 64 is dispatched. 2-0. 1 leg to 0 in favour of Nick Kenny.
Well, I can honestly say, I don't think there's any of us that thought this would be one-sided for either player. They're separated by exactly 1 point in the averages, but the leg score is 7-3 in favour of Kenny, 2-0 and 1 leg to 0 in set 3.
Can be a cruel game, darts.
Who would have thunk it? Not me.
No, not done yet. Far from it. But Stowe Buntz has got to get going quickly here. Nick Kenny, who's very upright in his throwing frame, looking for another maximum. Will be his 3rd of the match.
Second in the last 3 legs. Hit a 180 in leg 5 of set 2.
Second for Buntz. They're coming in at all angles now.
Well, my punt for tonight was Stowe over 2.518 as it evens. He's on 2, but I think I'm going to run out of legs.
Well, you might only have one more left. Needs a good visit here, though. Gets a good visit here, and he's in the treble. Another one of those. Oh, that's a terrible last
wild dart, wasn't it? Small one. Kenny on 139. Doesn't get the treble 20, but he can tee up tops now if he finds a treble 20 after it in a single 19. Well, he leaves 80. At the 103. He's had a 116 Buntz. Single 19 leaves 84. Treble 5 leaves 69. He's made an absolute mess of that.
Yeah, because his last start was big 2, it leaves 67. Again, he's banging his head. Nick Kenny needs 80. Like a treble, he's right in the middle of it. 2 10s for 2-0. 2 5s. Nicely done, Nick Kenny. He's 47% on the doubles. And he's now one leg away. And I think Stowe Buntz, he's not giving up clearly, but I think he's starting to think this is going to be one of those nights.
It is one of those nights because he's at, well, Kenny's averaging 100 in the set, but so is Buntz. But he's had opportunities, he's clipped wires, he's created opportunities. But only 30 from Kenny takes him down to 4-7-1, leads 2 sets to 0, and by 2 legs to 0 in this set.
Well, Buntz was going to get your third 180
well, there's 2
there.
treble 20s in the right corner. There was acres of room to the left, but he went too far left and found treble 5.
Yeah. 100. Buntz on 281. Kenny 371. He's in the red bit again here and again. Surely this time, Chris Mason.
140.
How is that not in? I was just about to write it down in the notebook, in the ledger. That's a good solid leg from Buntz. But the hard work's going to start in the next leg because it'll be Kenny with the darts. He's at the ball, 70 scored, 71 left, treble 13. Well, this is beautiful. He's left double 16 after just 4 scoring visits.
Yeah, Nick Kenny on 327. Treble 19, single 7, and a single 19. So Buntz has got time. He'll want to put this in and just say, I'm still here. On the outside of the board, getting closer. Just moves a fraction across the hockey and delivers just his 4th leg of the match.
Well, every leg so far in this, Omar, has been completed in 5 visits. 3 consecutive 15 darters in set 3. But it's advantage Kenny. He has the darts here to win the match.
He does. Oh, big one. Kenny only went off with 55. Buntz needs a treble, not the treble 7. It seems sometimes the harder you try, the harder it is.
Well, you can't. You've got to be focused. You've got to concentrate. You can't try. As soon as you try, it's all over. It's like hitting a golf ball. If you try and hit the skin off of it, you let it nowhere.
It sometimes goes a long way, Chris. Not necessarily in the right direction.
Well, yeah, mine generally go along the floor when I try and hit it hard, but there you go, I'm not a golfer.
99.
99 takes him down to 360. Seeing images of Buntz's wife, she's still remaining positive.
This isn't done yet.
Oh, it is.
You think?
Yeah.
91.
I'm not so convinced. I think Buntz could win this leg, take us to a decider. Good last start, 95, gets him down to 265. Kenny on 310, so a dart in front, the American.
Kenny just on the top wire of the treble, makes a beautiful adjustment and fills it. Left, very clever to leave 310 on the previous turn, knowing that a combination of 140, 180 will leave him a finish. Buntz is trying to find a minimum of 5 treble 19 to leave 170, and well,
any hope?
Any time he's moved around the board, it's been scruffy.
It has. This will be some way to win it. Doesn't need to go for it. He needs to channel. He's in a Rashard Sweeting. Go for it. It's on. Go for it. Come on, Nick Kenny. Deliver for the people. The Palace demands. He's psyched himself up. He's going for it. Bullseye for the big fish. Yes! What a finish! What a way to win it! Nick Kenny delivers the big fish. The fans demanded, and they were rewarded. What a moment! Stowe Buntz is beaten in straight sets. Not many saw that coming. He did channel his inner Rashard Sweeting. He took out the big fish and he celebrates. Nick Kenny will take on Raymond van Barneveld in round 2. It's party time for the Welshman at the Palace. What a way to do it, Chris Mason.
Yeah, it was stunning, wasn't it? And as soon as those 2 treble 20s went in, he made his mind up. There was no decision making. He thought, I'm having this. I'm going to go out with a bang, and a beautiful finish. Did have a 111 as well, of course. His finishing was absolute quality from start to finish. 9 from 18, 50%. 318 is 9-1-4, is 5 more than his opponent. Only ended up with an 87.66 average. He was in exactly pulling up trees. That matters not. It was the manner in which he got it done with a big fish, 170 out to win 3-0, which I can't believe.
Yeah, he's going to have to be better against Barneveld, but he's through now, and as every interview we've had, all it is about getting through that first round.
And you're at a massive advantage because you've been up there, you've felt the atmosphere, you've become accustomed to the stage, got used to the lights, you've won a match 3-0, he's took out 170, he's hit 180s, he goes into that Barneveld match, and he's going to be a danger if Barney is not absolutely on it from the early stages, because you can't give Kenny a lead. When he's in front, he's a bully.
Well, that is game 1 of what's going to be another cracking night. Scott Williams, Nico Springer to come later on. The former champion 2 years ago, Michael Smith, begins his campaign for a second PDC World Darts title. He takes on Kevin Dukes. But next up, it's Mensa Sulovic against Matt Campbell. Ian Danter and Paul Nicholson will bring you all the action of that one. Game 1 is in the books, and it's a winner for Wales. Nick Kenny has knocked out the American Stowe Buntz by 3-0.
talkSPORT 2 official.